Hey guys, how are you doing? How's your day going? And just starting, how was your night? Hope you had an amazing or have an amazing night. I'm going to try and rush this video because my battery is about my laptop is about to go off. I don't know how I forgot to charge it. It's 19%. So we have one, two, three, four, five. Wow. Okay, let's go. First one, camel case. Implement a program that prompts the user for a new variable in camel case and outputs the corresponding name in snake case. Camel case is when you have each word joined together as one word, but the first letter of each word starting as a capital letter. For example, see what we have here. While snake case is when you have the word, everything small letter but is separated with an underscore. So let's jump into it. So we're going to receive an input from the user. Name is equals to input. Give them a prompt. Camel case. All right, then v is going to just be where we'll hold our snake case. Let's just leave it as an empty string for now. So calling for loop, because we're currently working on for loops. That is what project sets, this problem sets too. So under lecture 2 loops. So if you didn't watch this one, I uploaded a video of this one on YouTube because you all were asking for it yesterday. So it's on YouTube. I'll link it here. So for I in name, that's for every single element in name. Now check if I dot is upper. That's if I is a capital letter. If I is upper, so let's generate a new variable here. G is equals to G is equals to underscore, because we want to add an underscore for everywhere a capital letter starts, plus I dot lower, because it's a small letter we need, dot lower. Just as we're here, just be praying that it will just bring light soon. Okay, and then we're going to say v is equals to v plus, so we're concatenating the strings. Guys want to add these two strings together to whatever is currently inside v. So v is equals to v plus g. All right, else v is equals to v plus I. So let's print v. Let's print v. All right, let's save it. Let's run it. Right, let's use their first examples here. So the first one is just this name. So this one should be easier because it's just to return the exact same thing we're passing to them. But I didn't give any spacing. Let me put a spacing here so we'll not be as if it's one word. Alright, the second thing we want to run, let's now take a real one and just run. We'll just be running two. Let's run first name. Pressing Ctrl X. There you can see it. Alright. So the source code everything is going to be available on my GitHub. The second one, Coke machine. In a file called cook.py, implement a program that prompts the user to insert a con. One 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 shit one at a time, each time informing the user of the amount due. Once the user has imputed at least 50 cents, output how many cents in change the user is owed, assuming that the user will only impute integers and ignore the integer that isn't an accepted denomination. Okay, so these are the accepted denominations. So let's pause it. So these are the accepted. So the post merge sells a bottle of Coke for 50 cents. Let's create this. What do they call the program? Coke machine. So let's create Coke machine. I hate Coke. I'm just saying, just I hate Coke. My favorite Coca-Cola drink, Sprite. Any family of Sprite, 7 Up, Mountain Dew, all the stuff. Love them. Coke, Pepsi, hate them. The only thing about Coke I like is all those cola sweets. So Coke machine. TikTok say I should post it now. Be real. Coke dot Coke machine dot py. So let's say the first one, which is the Coke, the total amount the Coke is worth, which is 50 um 50 cents, right? So this is going to be equals to 50. The second thing is the denominations that it accepts. Let's make that into a string. 25, 10, and 5. 25, 10, and 5. So I say string, let's make that into a list. So um coin is is equals to, let's create a list. So say 25, 10, and 5, I guess. Save it. Sorry. 25, 10, and 5. Okay. 25, 10, and 5. Alright. So each time this thing runs, the user is supposed to add in a coin into the system. And if um if it's the pattern that is not inside here, we need to prompt them for something again. Else we need to receive the input and continue asking them for input until they pass either up to 50 or less than 50. So we'll say while okay, this one will be the users. Okay, no, while true, let's just use while true. While true, um we're going to take an input from the user now, which is money. What am I typing? Which is money is equals to an integer, because it must be an integer. We don't accept decimals. Int, and let's just give them a prompt. Insert coin. Okay. So once we receive the money, now I want to check um if money is inside the list. So if money if money in um if money in coin, then let's just pass it for now. Else continue. So let's try and take the input again. So let's test this part we just wrote. So let's run. Let's input a number that is not in the coin. It's going to ask us again. Once we input something that is inside coin. Okay, but I'm not sure ask it. Let's put break here. Let's tell it to break. Let's tell it to break. Do I need to start it? Let's just run start again. Let's tell it to break if it's not in there, and if it's there, let's tell it to continue. Okay, let's input something that is not inside there. Let's input something that is inside there. Perfect. So if money in coin, we don't want to break it here though. If money in coin, what do you say we should do? Yeah. If money in coin, we are going to do, where is the users? Okay, we have not added the one. Let's add a new integer. Total is equals to 0. So that's how we'll be keeping track of how much they have. If money is inside coin, total is going to be equals to total plus money, right? Then once we've added it, we'll now say if if money if money is greater than or equal to coke, that is the 50, then we want to, let's just break it for now. Else continue. Let's run it and let's test it. And the reason why I'm running and testing is because we're passing a lot of conditions. Let's just be passing strings that exist. Okay, it's not registering. Oh, sorry, not money, total. If total, pardon me. If total is greater than or equals to coin, because it's total as saving the money in. Twenty-five. 25. So he has broken because it's equals to 25. All right. And what else do you need to do? So if you have gotten the amount of money, so let's not break it here. Let's now check if um if total is greater than money. If total is greater than money, what did they special put? Okay. Okay, they want us to be prompting amount due and change owed. So we'll jump to that first one. Let's do change owed. If total is greater than money, or no, not if total is greater than money. So if total is greater, we're going to print change owed. So we get your formatted strings, change owed, alright. So our change owed is going to be right, let's just pass control so we'll try and avoid an error. If total is greater than coke, if total is greater than coke, then our change owed should be total minus coke, else it will be coke minus total. Should be total minus coke. I just copy this. Else it will be coke minus total. Alright, let's run this. And let's do 25. 25. Change old is equals to 0. We have not yet broken it, sha. So let's just break it after here. After you print it, let it break. And after you print it, let it break. All right, perfect. Now I saw another thing that they put here. I don't know why they are doing this. Amount due, insert coin, amount due. Okay, amount due is to tell them how much money they need. Okay, so come here, print. Or let's just create a variable amount due. Amount due is equals to um oh no, because that one's going to raise a negative integer. Print. Okay, here we go. Print um oh shit, fuck. Print amount due, amount due is going to be equals to coke minus um coke minus total. Or let's say this and quickly run it. Amount due 50, let's enter 25. Amount due 25, let's enter 5. Amount due 20, let's enter 25. Change owed. Perfect. So we're done with that program. Okay, let me just save this. And alright, so now we want to work on just setting up my Twitter. So this is a very simple one. When text not tweeting, in a file called this main program that prompts the user for a string of text and then outputs the same text but with all vowels A, E, I, O, and U omitted. So I'm going to print it and just emit all the vowels. So this one is very simple. I believe you already even finished quoting the whole program in your head. If you haven't done, we'll say name is equals to input. Then let's just give them a prompt, enter here. All right. Next, let's create another string that is going to hold our new string that doesn't contain any of the vowels inside of it. And then we're now going to loop for I in name. Now to check for the conditionals, if I in, well, we square bracket because it's a list. So a, what's wrong with me? A, e, I, o, and u. All right, so if I in a, e, I, o, u, we'll just pass it. We don't carry out any action here. So we'll just pass it. Else, um, v is going to be equals to v plus I. And once we're done with everything, we just want to print v. So let's save it, let's run it, and let's just can take one of the example. Oh yeah, my laptop is charged out. Yeah, it went off, Sha. It went off, but it's charged now. What's your name? So this is the output we're trying to get. Let's just run it. Perfect. Okay. So let's look at the next project, the next example, the next problem set. We still have 3 more to go. Okay. In Massachusetts, home to Harvard University, it's possible to request a vanity license plate for your car with your choice of letters and numbers instead of random ones. Among these requirements, though, are all vanity plates must start with 2 letters. There is 0 and 1 must be letters. Vanity plates must contain a maximum of 6 characters, letters or numbers, and a minimum of 2 characters. Okay. Numbers cannot be used. Okay, should we start? Okay, no. Numbers cannot be used in the middle of the plate. They must come at the ending. For example, 222 would be an acceptable vanity plate. 2 will not be acceptable. The first number used cannot be a zero. No period, space, or punctuation marks are allowed. In place.py, implement a program that prompts the users for a vanity plate and then outputs valid if meets all of the requirements of, or invalid if it does not. Assume that all letters in the user's input will be uppercase. Structure your program per the below, wherein is valid returns true if S meets all the requirements and false if it does not. Assume that S will be a string. Where is S? Okay. Assume that S will be a string. You're welcome to implement additional functions. Okay. So they have defined 2 functions for us. The main function as the is valid function. So let's just copy that. So there are a lot of things we're testing for here. What do they call it? Plates. We've got nothing to say in defense because we should have known. All right. So the first thing we want to do, let's see. Let's work on our is valid. The first thing they say that the length must be, let's go and look at the list of all the conditionals they gave us. First one, all vanity plates must start with at least 2 letters. So have we collected the input for the vanity plate? I see the collected input here. Alright. So it must the first two letters must start with at least two letters. Okay. So if um if if S0 dot is, which of them is for alphabet? Not alnum is alpha. Ugh, why did they put a full stop before it? If S0 is alpha, then we're going to continue with our program. So let's just pass this for now. Else we want to return um false, so that is invalid. So that is the false, the capital letter. Okay, so that is first error. Next one, they say the first two letters, so we're going to just do the same thing here again. If s if s1 is alpha, let's pass it now. Else return false. So I've caught our first error, our first two errors. Let's see what the next error is. Vanity place must contain a maximum of 6 characters and a minimum of 2 characters. So it cannot be less than 2. Wrong project. So that is length. Use length to check that. So if 2 is less than or equal to, no, we cannot use equal to. Huh. Okay, let's just do it individually. If len if I don't know if I finally had to represent something mathematically. If len s is greater than or equal to 2, is greater than or equal to, so the equal to comes after, is greater than or equals to 2. Why is this confusing me? I don't understand. Sorry. If len s is greater than 2 is valid, or if it's equals to 2, should we just use 1? Yeah, fine. If 1 is less than len s and is less than 7, let's pass it for now. Else return false. So they said if 1 mhm, if 1 is less than, okay, so len s is greater than 1 or is less than 7. I don't know why this shit is confusing me. This is basic mathematics. Numbers cannot be used in the middle of the plate. I must contain at the end. I must come at the end. For example, okay. All right, let's see this. For I in okay, let's get the length first. Let's say G is going to be equals to length length of S. Let's do that. So if if I is equals to, oh sorry, not I we're working with. Hmm. Okay, let's do n here. Let's say n is going to be equals to 0. All right, so if n is equal to g has I don't know what I'm doing, but let's just cross your fingers and hope that whatever I'm doing makes sense. Else, else, okay, sorry. Hmm. I don't know if I should look through it. I think I know how to. I know how to. Okay, for x, let's say for x in s. So let's get everything in s minus the last element. Mm. Okay, for x in s minus 1, um if x if x dot is alpha, if x dot is alpha, so now say if x minus 1, this is going to work. Hmm. Okay, if x dot is alpha, let's assign x minus 1 to something. We just say m is equals to x minus 1. So if x is alpha, then m is going to be x minus 1. So if I don't think we need to do this one because I was adding. Wait, they said if okay, calm down. They said the numbers cannot be in the middle, but the numbers can be at the end. So we're not checking for the end, we're checking for after. Sorry, before, not after. Okay, yes, that was the issue I was making. So we're checking for before. So I don't need to do this one even. So if this is true, then I'll say if x, where the x come from? Okay, let's start a new loop here. So say for x in s, for x in s, if x dot is for every element of x in s, if the element is a letter, if the element is a letter and m is equals to the index that comes before the letter we're looking at currently, we'll check to see if m is a number. I think it's digit. We don't have his numeric. What is the difference between his numeric and his digit? Come on, just Google that. Is numeric versus is digit. The main difference between both functions is the is digit method accepts only decimal subscript and whereas numeric supports digit, vulgar function. Okay, let's use his numeric. If is numeric, also okay, so say we said for every element in S, if x, which is the element, if the current element is a letter and the element before the element is a number, then want to return an error. Yeah, we want to return I want to return an error. Okay, English. My fingers are just crushed right now. Else pass. Okay, I think that should handle it. Yeah, I think I should do it. Okay. No period, space, punctuation mark. So we're checking for punctuation. Let's create our own list of punctuation because I can't remember the function used to check for punctuation marks. So originally the first number cannot be a zero. Or we didn't catch this error. Okay, let's go and catch the error. How do we even catch the error now? I don't even know honestly. How are we going to catch that zero? How do you catch the first number? The only way I can think about going about this is using regular expression, honestly. But I know there's another way to do it. I cannot remember how. You know what? I'm going to just make this thing complex for myself now. Let's create a I'm just, I'm going to make this thing complex for myself. So now this is what we're going to do. Where are we? If x is alpha, do this. If m is numeric, return false, else if it's not numeric, return false. Let's come back to this else here. If x is alpha, else if x dot is numeric, but not digit. But I think it's his decimal that I searched for that other time. Oh. I think it's his decimal I searched for. Okay, no, it was his digit. Alright. Shall run if it doesn't work, we'll change it. So if x dot is numeric, we're going to create a new list here. It's going to be equals to, let's just make it an empty list now. So if x is numeric, then we're going to we're going to say we're going to append. So we're going to say fun dot append um x. Then fun dot append x. Then I think we should come out here because this is where the condition is. Okay, so we'll say um let's pass on that if. So if the first element of fun, oh shit, if first element of fun is equals to um is equals to hmm, I think I should remove this other else condition I passed. Let's remove this one. I'm trying to make sure we test every single case. So I say if it's alpha, then run this, and if the one after is numeric, pass. Else, if it is numeric, so append. And fun, if fun box is equals to 0, then return false. Else, so I think this will now run our next test. So what's the next test we're about to run? Okay, no punctuation mark, no period, space, or punctuation marks are allowed. What are all the punctuation marks? And my data is not connected. Let me run to my phone. So we'll create a list of all the punctuation marks. We'll say is equals to, let me get all the punctuation marks. GitHub announces free secret scanning for all public repositories. List of all punctuation marks. If you know, I'll Google this letter later. But if I don't update anything in the comments, if you know if you know any method in Python that we can use to catch punctuation marks, just let me know. So the first one is full stop, comma. Let me Google it now. How to catch punctuation mark in Python. They say how to catch a witch, how to catch a fowl, how to catch a thief, how to catch a punctuation mark in Python. They are making use of this string function. Should we use that? We have to import strings. So I said it. There isn't regular expression. Yeah, everybody's either using regular expression, importing strings, or doing this method I'm using. So let's just continue what we're doing. Let's just continue. Okay. Um, exclamation mark. I know there's a faster way to go about this, but I don't even have strength to stress myself right now. Honestly, maybe later down the line I'll come back and redo this project. The reason why I don't want to start importing models because we haven't gotten to there yet. Even the regular expression, the regular expression is the last thing you do in this course. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I covered regular expression though. That was the last thing I did also when I was doing my own personal tutorial in the last life we just finished on TikTok. I think the video is even here on YouTube. You can go and watch it. The video is here on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, you can go and watch it. I tried to explain regular expression as easy as can be. Okay, now I'm confused with what I'm writing. Okay. You know, this thing is getting too long. Should we just implement those other ones? Let's just do that. Let's just do that. So let's import string because this thing's starting to stress me out. I'm getting frustrated. I'm like this awake. So we're going to create a new string that doesn't contain Oh wait, no, I'm not even trying to remove. I'm trying to check if I'm trying to check if the string exists in the project. Let's just go back to what we were doing before. So check if string exists, and if string doesn't exist, I think I think we should leave like this. You can come here and you can just let me just put a comment here if you are writing the code by yourself. So add any punctuation mark that is missing. Add any punctuation. I don't know how to spell it. Punctuation mark that is missing, that isn't present. So you can do that for yourself. I'll just try and I think I've covered up most of the basic ones. So, but when you're submitting your own, you can do that. Okay. So what was I even trying to do? What was I trying to do? So check. Okay, so if for I in this, where are we? So say for less than that letter I haven't used. For A in S, I think S is the main and this thing we're working with now. Yes, for A in S, if double A in double B return false, else I think there's all the conditions we're checking for. Let me confirm. I think we've done everything now. Else return true. Is there any other thing left for us to do? Let's run and find out. This have just killed my mood right now. Let's go and copy some of their plates. Their plate number. Okay. So the first one, this one should be invalid because there's a comma in it. Perfect. Okay. We're getting up to a good start now. Smile. Second one, goodbye. Why is goodbye invalid? One, two, three. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, it's seven letters. I wanted to say, when did I catch goodbye as an error? Because I swear, if I didn't find out what was wrong with it, I was just going to leave it, honestly. Just you figure out it by yourself. CS50 is valid. What happened? In line 16. Okay. Let's say M is going to be equals to S. Let's put this inside the square bracket. Let's try if that will work. I don't even know. Oh, I didn't catch the index. I'm just checking for the value of X. I was supposed to do index. Um, the index function I think we'll say M is equals to X is equals to S index. Okay, let's get the current position for X. So this is going to be equals to S dot please S dot index then is I we're looking for. Since I is not a string and it's just a variable position, I think we'll just pass like that. If you're looking for a particular string, you put it in as a string. So now we're going to search M is going to be equals to the it's still S because S is position we're getting from, and it's going to be this stuff minus one. I think this should do it, hopefully. Let's try it. uh I is not defined. Is it not I use? What did I use? X. I'm obsessed with this letter I, so it's always I am making use of whenever I'm running with loops. Well, let's go. Perfect. Wait, what? Why is it invalid? Did it say CSCP is valid? So why is it invalid? Hmm. Why is it invalid? Let me try and catch where the error came from so I'll know I'm correcting it. Let's change this to true. So we'll know if it's here that the error is coming from. And so this is where the error is coming from. Okay, so that means they are reading that zero because there's a 5 before zero, so they are reading that as true. So how we do this? So if x dot is alpha, right? X is going to be x minus m is going to be, I don't understand. It's really supposed to be catch if it's alpha. Hmm. Okay, let's stand that one like this. Let's catch where we see the very first digit and let's check for every element after it to see if we'll catch any alpha, right? So let's come here. Let's just comment this section out. So we'll check every single thing that comes after it to see if we're going to catch any alphabet. Okay, so we'll say for x and s, if x is, we'll change it from is this to is right, is numeric. Let's go. We'll still need to get this. We'll still need to get the current index. Then we'll need to get the index that comes after that. So using the index that comes after that, we're not going to get every single thing that comes after from that position after. So say is equals to um so this to get from your current position to the ending of your string. Okay, so now we're now going to look through this new list that we just created, be this new string that we just created. So we're going to say for which other letter have I not made use of? For q in l. Okay, if q is alpha, I think this should work better. Why did I not even think of this before? I'll just run until it work. If q is alpha, return false. Let's try this. Oh gosh, this CS50 is now the one that is. What did I do wrong now? Unbound cannot access local variable. Right, let's define fun outside. Let's define this outside of the. What did I do just now? Let's define it up here. Let's try it one more time. This one is just catching all the errors. Okay, really does want me to do this. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What is always wrong with these people? Okay, should I define the fun here? Let me try defining the fun in here. Or okay, no. Ah, shit. Oh, oh gosh. Oh wait, no. We are currently inside the loop already. For x in s, for every element in x. Okay, wait. So what's here under if x is numeric? So let's see if we can merge here. If x is numeric, yes. Oh my god. Yes. So the error was even indentation. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Ah. Of course, the error will be indentation. This is just the programming means that you usually see that the error is a semicolon. So since in Python we're doing semicolon, I've only seen that our main error is indentation. Of course, my error will be indentation. Oh, oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. Oh, dear. Ah, I'm so angry. Like I'm so angry. Let's check it. So let's go through. Let's see if we're going through another cycle of this nonsense again. This one is invalid. Like like my head, like I'm having like no, I won't call it headache, but I don't know how to explain it honestly. I'm frustrated, seriously frustrated. Honestly, this one is valid now, of course. But wait, it's not supposed to be invalid. Why is it invalid in first place? Oh, the first letter cannot be zero. Of course, after everything we do is now. Should I even said before we ran it? I knew it was not going to work. So, oh, this is not a number. Sorry, it's a string. It's a string, and it's still valid. Okay. Let's see if we can print it. Let me know what I'm getting even as my outfit. Let me print it. Let me see what I'm getting. It's not even allowing me to access it. So how like I did the error now? Um, it's returning true, which means it passed this test. It's not supposed to pass this one. It's not supposed to. So this is where my error is this block. Um, should I just give up? Okay, so what we'll do. Let's look for zero in the string. Okay, so here are if x is numeric. So for every single thing after x, we want to check if it's an alphabet, if not return false. Let me just come here. For x in s, if x is equals to um if x is equals to 0, right? Then you can say okay. So the first one is going to be before x, which is just going to be this thing here. Let's copy it. So I was saying if x is equals to 0, if x is equals to 0, we're going to get the index where x is. I want to check get every single thing We want to get the index that is before x. Wait, let's try this one first. Wait, what am I even checking for? If x is equals to 0, what am I checking for? Okay, we want to check. It says 0 cannot be the first number, right? Okay, 0 cannot be the first number. So I want to check to see if every single thing in front of it is 0. Okay, so for x in JJJ, what did I just do? So I want to say if we'll say if AL is numeric? Okay, if it's numeric, then we're going to let's in-text this. Okay. Okay, if it's numeric, we'll do this. Else, oh wait, no, 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 no. Um, oh gosh. Ah, oh god. Why is it so hard? Like my brain is not even processing anything right now. This one here is checking if after you have your number, you now have um like um no letters after it. This one's going to say, okay, let's try this. So see, for X in S, okay, for X in S, oh, I feel like I should just try the other stuff again. Okay, wait, here. So this one, this JJ, okay. So if it's zero, so this ML, right, is this here is the index of zero. This one here is the okay. Okay, this one JJ is going to be a list. Yes, JJ is a list. Is a list containing all the elements of um is containing all the elements that it comes before it. For AL in JJ, if AL is alphanumeric, I'm lost right now. We have a okay, so we found out where zero is. We have a list containing every element that is before zero. So um if AL is alphanumeric, okay, wait, let's comment this one out again. Oh gosh, let's comment this out. Let me try something. Here we have if X is alphanumeric. Gosh, no, that is not going to work. That is not going to work. Oh gosh, it's as if I should just die right now. Okay. Ah, ah. Oh gosh, no, 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 no. Fuck. Okay, okay. For AL in J, if AL is alphanumeric and AL is not equals to zero, 'cause I think it's going to be a string. Then this should be true. So let's just pass. Mhm. Let's run this separately. So for A all the elements before it. Oh wait, no, it's still going to make sense. Let's continue. Uh, Because we have the list of every element before it. If all the elements before it are letters, it's supposed to be an error, yes. So if AL is alphanumeric and AL is not equals to zero, so that means that there's a number before zero, and that number before zero is also not zero. So yes, so let's just pass this for now. Else return false. So where am I even going to? What am I going to even push to this position now? Let's run it like this first. Even though I'll have to start rearranging every single thing. This just made me very very sad right now. CS50 is still valid. And CS05 is still valid. I don't understand. Okay, now I'm lost. Oh shit. So after we confirm the length, we're now going to check if x is equals to 0. We're going to check every single thing. If x is a number and is not and is not equals to 0, And so if x is a number and is not equals to 0, then we'll check. Okay, I need to get rid of this one. If x is a number and is not equals to 0, then we'll check to see if any letter comes after x if x is a number, and then we'll check to see. If this one doesn't work, so I'm just going to leave it because what kind of nonsense is this? Finally, I don't even know how I did to fix it, but you know what? Let's start running everything from the beginning again, I beg. Let's start running everything from the beginning again because I feel I've crashed it somewhere. This one is invalid. Okay. The next one, this one is also invalid. Okay. This one is valid. Of course. Of course, it's no longer valid. You know what? Fuck it. I'm done. You can go and find a way to fix it on your own. But you know what? I'm done with this shit. I don't understand anymore. Next one, nutrition facts. Yes, FDA shares nutrition fact. Okay, in the file called nutrition just .py, implement a program that prompts the users to input a fruit and then output the number of calories in one portion of that fruit per the poster, which is also available in text. Assume this as we input the fruit exactly as written in the posters. So this is the poster of the fruit. So we can create a dictionary with this. So let's just quickly create a dictionary. So say nutrition.py. Okay. So let's create a dictionary called fruits. Okay. So we're going to change all their inputs to lowercase. Apple is equals to 130. Avocado. This is going to take time. AVO avocado. Then I'm just going to work with this first fruit I've written down so you can go on your own. If you go to their website, you see where they link the file. So I'm just going to work with this first one that I've given. Cantaloupe is equals to 50. Okay, so we'll just work with this one. because it's going to take time to test. So I'm just going to show you the syntax of the program. So what did they say? In a file called nutrient just I implement a program that prompts users for to input a fruit and then outputs the number of calories in one portion of that fruit. Okay, so this one is very very easy, Sham. So we can get an input from the user, which is going to be input enter here. I'm just using enter here prompt. Then I want to change it to lowercase because everything in our dictionary is lowercase. I want to remove any white spaces just in case. So once we have gotten the user's input, once the user gives us a fruit, we want to output the calories of that fruit. fruits. Then we're now going to call using p. So p is going to be whatever the input the user passes there. So let's save this, let's run. If the user inputs apple, we should get 130. There we go. So you can just go on your own and add all the meaning fruits I didn't add in there. Just this is how you declare this, when this is the key and this is the value. So the input this are going to pass is going to be what is going to be the key. Then we want to just print out the value. But I think if you print out something, if you print out a value that doesn't exist, it's going to raise an error. And I think they said something about controlling the error. Let me see. Ignore any input that isn't a fruit. Ignore any input that isn't a fruit. So let's see what will happen if, let's see if it raises an error if these are input something that isn't a fruit. It's going to raise an error. Okay, so let's control that. So we'll say if if the user's input in if p in um right there. So I think that's everything. But that last one, but honestly, I don't understand why it's frustrating me. But if I am able to calm down and just take a breath for myself, I'm going to go back into it and figure out why I cannot catch an error for zero. If I do, I'll be sure to update you. If not, to God be the glory. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and yeah, share it. If you're not subscribed, please do so. It really helps the channel. Leave your comment. If you have any question, leave the question in the comment. If the video helped you, let me know in the comments because I really need engagement on my channel. But yeah, have a beautiful rest of your day. And um I'm going to be uploading it. It's 9:56 now. I'm going to try and see if I can get it up now so that if it's up, then by 11, I'm going to be going live on TikTok. If you're watching by that time, if not, well, I'll have already gone live. But whenever you're watching it, 11 p.m. West African time that day you're watching it, I'm going to be live also as long as it's not a Saturday or a Sunday. Today is even Friday. Hmm.